Scotty Mac spinning the records, of course, on KVRE. Me and Butter is spinning the tires on Highway 132. That's our highway, the Forest Service Road, in the Ouachita National Forest. We just gonna cruise and listening to Scotty Mac on KVRE. You can get them on KVRE.com too, anywhere in the world, anywhere the World Wide Web goes. And then the other thing is, they got on KVRE, man, they just got it jam-packed. It's an old-time radio station. That's what I like about it. You know, that Sirius XM and all them, they said, yeah, commercial-free, commercial-free. Bullshit, it ain't commercial-free. They all got commercials. They charge you, then they charge you more, then they charge you more. So why not listen to a hometown radio station like KVRE? They play music like this. Hell, I heard them playing Little George Strait the other day, and I've heard them play all kinds of stuff. They play 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. They call it adult American contemporary, I think. Well, now, Miss Polly and Tom, they own the station. That's the Nicholses. And then there's their daughter, Alice Nichols Bates. She's like the program manager, and she produces this Scotty Mac show. And Scotty Mac and Tracy Simpson and John Chapman, that's some names. And then you'll hear some others from time to time. They's all there. They got all kinds of shows. They got to Ask Your Neighbor. You call in, and people gives away boxes. And they, hold on.
1957. A song called Little Bitty Pretty One. Little Bitty Pretty One was written by Bobby Day from Fort Worth, Texas. Now, the first recording of Little Bitty Pretty One was by the writer himself, Bobby Day, and the Settlers, and it sounded like this.
See, that's what Scotty does. He plays as a couple different versions of the song. He plays as like this one right here. Listen. Butter's gonna sing now. And now in just a minute, he'll tell you a little bit about this song and who wrote it and who sang it. And then the second version, he'll tell you where this one landed on the charts. And then he'll tell you in a minute where the other one, and usually the second one's the biggest hit. Okay, let's listen. So anyway, we'll come back on that in a minute. Me and Butter, we's cruising. We's going 45 mile an hour. No, we ain't. I got tricked on that the other day. It's 8:03 a.m. We's on Highway 132 in Paracat. Hold on.
57 on the Billboard Hot 100. And number
66 out.
On the R&B charts. So Bobby said, maybe what I need is a girl to try. So Bobby got Rosie Stevens to cut Little Bitty Pretty One, and it sounded like this.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Me and Merlin like this one. Remember it? See, that's why I love this radio station. Well, Scotty Mac came on at 8 o'clock this morning. And I think tomorrow he'll come on at 8 o'clock too. Boy, by this time in this song, when me and Merlene was dancing, I was wore out. I just kind of hung in there with her. Because you got to really move on this. You got to move them feet, boy, back and forth. You know, Merlene's a big girl, but boy, she can dance for a big girl, I'll tell you.
Well, Rosie's version didn't even chart at all. So Bobby said, well, it's such a great song, I'm going to try one more artist.
Sorry about that.
So he got this new singer by the name of Thurston Harris.
Uh-oh, Thurston.
So they went to Aladdin Records.
Mrs. Howe's
and
husband?
recut Little Bitty Pretty One. You know what happened? The song reached number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 2 on the R&B charts. Here now is Thurston Harris's version of Little Bitty Pretty One from 1957.
Now see, that's why I like his show. And then I go back and I don't tell nobody I watch it. Well, unless they watch my channels. But then what I do, hold on, let's listen to Thurston. That's Lubby's husband, from Gilligan. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ain't this fun? See y'all riding right along Woody. This gonna be a long one probably. That's all right. Who cares? We ain't got nothing else to do. I got my YouTube channel. I like this version the best. Ain't this good? We might see a deer too. We's in a ditch here, so you're kind of hearing some fading in and out. That's the good thing about it. Now you can listen to it. I could stream it live up here on my. But I like listening because that reminds you of the old days. You know, remember how radio stations kind of fade in and out every once in a while? And you'd go from singing this song into a religious song or something. It's fun, but once you get back up on the high spot, KVRE blast right on in. I got it home this morning. The coroner's going to be excited about that. I rigged up an antenna. But then I thought, hell, we could stream it. Hear that guy talking? He'll shut up. It makes you think you're haunted. You're hearing voices, right? But yeah, it's a radio. It's a shortwave double blast private line feedback too. That's Bobby King talking right there.
Recorded Little Bitty Pretty One, and it sounded like this.
I swear to God, this song he's gonna be out of time. I mean, this song had so many releases. This is Huey Woodis and the Newses. Remember him? Sweet Connie tells a story about him. I ain't gonna repeat it. Oh, you have to ask Merlin on that. There he is, singing out there. Woody, Huey, Woody, Lewis, Huey, Woody, I don't know. Huey something. I'm sorry that that you're wiggling, but then you're riding along with Woody in the forest. What the hell you expect? See that area right there?
Huey's version did not chart.
Huey's version
was also used in the movie.
This guy's in there hunting deer.
Of a killer car.
I guarantee he's in there hunting deer. I think that's some of the bitches, the one that went roaring around us about 100. She comes up like a rose, but everybody knows she'll get you in touch. You can look, but you better not touch. Here's somebody up here on the road. I better roll over better. I think it's that jogging guy. Yeah, it's that jogging guy. He jogs up here a lot. Settle down. Shut up. See, I had to yell at him like that. That was a mean barn. He don't like people up here. The only time he ever acts like that is when they's on this road running or riding a bike. He hates them people. Poison Ivy's playing. This gonna be a long one, y'all. Just kick back, turn the radio up, listen in to Butter and Woody. What'd you do that for, Daddy? Because I pushed you into the damn door because you was whining. Shut up. Oh, he wants out. He just pooped when we left the house, so he ain't no urgent. I know he's just being a pain right now. good song. See, they play all kinds of music like this. Anyway, 66 degrees, low dew point. Humidity's kind of so-so. It's going to be...
Here comes Bobby Day and Rockin' Robin, 1958.
See, that's old Scotty. That's what he does. He plays these kind of songs. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. It's going to be, they're predicting some pretty big wind and rain coming in to the west part of the state tomorrow, that Sunday tomorrow. Sunday, the 10th, 9th, 8th, I don't know what day, whatever day it is. I don't care about days. Anyway, it's going to be coming in on there from the west. Could be some strong straight line winds. You know how that crap is this time of year. Hold on. See what old Woody can do with these long ones. And I got permission from Berlin to do a long one. I just can't post it from here, so it'll be later before I put it up. But anyway, I can't post it over the air. I gotta go to do it on Wi-Fi. I got a big speech and lecture about that the last time we was plowing the garden. Anyway, so what I was talking about, butter, I'm telling you, you gonna get it. So anyway, you know how them winds come in out of the west. What was that, buddy? Oh no. Shut up. He's so excited he wants out. He just don't know about patience. When you hit 70 like old Woody, you learn about patience. It's all you got anymore, you know, patience and your word. And be nice and smile at other people. Anyway, what I can do is I can play this tape back. I can put it on like at night when I lay down and get ready to go to sleep. And I can watch where we went on the road and get all jiggled up like y'all getting all jiggled up. I've got a new camera coming in. Merlin gave me permission. That's why I had to go plow the garden for her, and then she gave me permission. So I got a brand new iPhone coming in. A 13 Pro, something really, 95, 47, 52, And the camera's what I get it for, because, you know, I don't do no games or nothing like that. But Merlin said, I'll get this thing. And so I've been studying up on it. She's been sending me videos, and I've been looking at them. And sometimes, though, hold on, let's see what's
this. That was the number 2 hit from 1958, Rockin' Robin by Bobby Day.
Bobby Day. Oh, here comes a good one.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, my man. Boy, I tell you, I just love this radio station. You know, I've been just getting I take down my old heart meds, and me and Butter load up, get in the truck, and head out. We don't give a dang if it's raining or what. And off we go into the woods. Oh, hey, I was going to tell you a story. I remember the other day, me and the coroner. Now I'm gonna tell this from his perspective, because anyway, he was in Hot Springs, you know, and he was a coroner over there, and he had a friend over there named Dave Sheldon on the camera store called Photo Finish. Well, the camera store was a nice place, you know. He sold nice cameras and everything. This back in the day before they had this kind of cameras we got today. So anyway, I'm gonna call him 401. Because that's his radio call sign. So 401, you spend a lot of time out there, you know. And he'd sit around and they'd laugh and joke, and they got to be pretty good friends. And 401 and Dave's wife, Sonia, there, they was good friends and everything like that right there. But anyway, then and he's just likable kind of guy. And 401 was too. And they both laughed, carry on, and that's when 401 drank whiskey. Anyway, so back in them days in Hot Springs PD, they had this thing called, they could go to code on the radios. And when they flipped the code thing on, it went like this. It went, 10-4, go code. And then it go, and then somebody say, off code. And then they go back talking normal. Well, everybody was flummoxed, because back then, boy, in them days, everybody listened to a scanner. I mean, they's about like $100, and you can listen to the PD and the ambulance service and the fire department and the sheriff's office, everybody you want to listen to. Hold on.
They're supposedly licensed and bonded to find out that they're really not.
Okay, that's commercial. So then anyway, what they was doing then is they said, so anyway, when they'd go to code, everybody flipped out. Well, then there was this guy over there, and he worked at a Radio Shack. And I think he ended up being kind of a Nazi, allegedly. But anyway, so what went on there is he learned how to make these little decoder boxes, and that what is just a little box, and they only cost $49.99 or something like that. And he'd make it for you, and you put it on your radio, and you plugged it into your radio, and you just had this little dial on it, and you dialed it, and like when they'd be going to, when you dial it like that, and they go, oh yeah, go ahead and go on over there to that situation at the Grand Central Restaurant. We're gonna take a 10-100. And see that the code was broken. Well, they was illegal. I don't really think they could have made them illegal. Back in the day, hell, they made, you know, the mayor said, that's illegal. It'd be illegal. Same with chief of police. It'd be illegal. It'd be illegal. Well, it wasn't illegal, but everybody bought into it. You know how that goes. Well, so anyway, old Dave Sheldon, he's been hounding 401 wanting one of them, and he had one of them decoders. See? And he'd been hounding 401 wanting a copy of the 10 codes, like 10-2, 10-3, 10-5, 10-99, 10-100 means I'm taking a dump. Stuff like that. Well, so 401 kept forgetting it. So one day he had a bright idea. And he had this friend on the Popo department named Leroy McFarland. Boy, he was a fun guy. He was a Vietnam vet and everything, salute and everything like that. But he was just a lot of fun. And so anyway, old 401 called him up and said, Leroy, I want you to play a trick with me. And so they met somewhere out there close to where that cabbage store was, photo finish. And so what he did then was he gave old Sergeant McFarland that 10 code, and then 401 went on to the store and like
probably out driving around somewhere. It's Woody's favorite song. It's called the Had a Call Boogie.
How about that? Did you hear that? Had a Call Boogie.
Down in Louisiana in the bright sunshine.
Boy, I'll tell you, old Scotty Mac dedicated this to Woody and Butter. The Had a Call Boogie. The Had a Call Boogie make you boogie woogie all the time. Of course, I like it when the Campbell boys sing it.
Standing on the corner with the bottle in my hand, and up stepped the mama, said my Hattie call man. She done the
Had a Call Boogie. Thank you, Scotty Mac. This is nice. Had a Call Boogie. The Had a Call Boogie makes you boogie woogie all the time. Boy, it's a good song, ain't it? Old Pumpkin and sang it. Pumpkin and me, I sang it for Pumpkin. I'll go back to that story in a minute when it's done.
I went down to the farm to rest about a week, but the farmer's wife, she got to walking in her sleep. She done the Hattie call boogie.
Had a Call Boogie.
The Hattie call boogie.
The Had a Call Boogie.
The Hattie call boogie makes you boogie woogie
All the time.
If your radiator leaks and you never stand still, I'll give her Hattie call and watch her boogie up the hill. She'll do the
Had a Call Boogie. The Had a Call Boogie. The Had a Call Boogie makes you boogie woogie all the time. Oh, Scotty Mac's good. I tell you what, that Scotty boy, I tell you, I tell everybody about you. We listen to you all the time. I even got a friend in the hospital listening on his iPhone. He got in trouble because he's playing it too loud. Ha!
The rooster and the hen, they were standing in the shade. The rooster done the boogie while the hen laid the egg. He done the Hattie call boogie.
The Hattie Call Boogie. The Hattie Call Boogie makes you boogie woogie all the time.
The other little chicken, they gathered around. They done the boogie woogie till the sun went down. They done the Hattie call boogie.
The Hattie Call Boogie. The Hattie Call Boogie makes you boogie woogie all the time. Boy.
Hope you heard that, Woody and Butter. That's How to Call Boogie by Bill Nettles, and that goes all the way back to 1949.
Boy, wasn't that good. All right, let me finish that story real quick. Anyway, so remember, we was back there with old David, and he's got his scanner, and he's got an illegal thing on it, and decoder and everything on it. Butter, get it. And so then what he did was Leroy got the 10 code, and then Leroy walked in the front door. Now 401 was already there, and Leroy come in the front door of the photo finish, and he was wearing some Wayfire sunglasses, and he had that hat, them old time police hats, and he had to pull down over his eyes, you know, couldn't even hardly see him. He walked in, he's carrying that 10 code, and he's hitting it in his hand, you know, like you do a dog. Whack, whack. And old Dave was standing there, and 401 acted like he didn't even know Sergeant McFarland. And old Sergeant McFarland said, who's the proprietor of this shop? And Dave said, I am, sir, I'm David Sheldon. He said, my name's Sergeant Leroy McFarland of the Little Rock, or the Hot Springs Police Department, and I understand that you have a scanner. And of course Dave said, yes, sir, I have a scanner. And he was getting nervous now. And he said, I understand you have a decoder on that scanner. And Dave by then, he was looking around, and he was looking at me, and I was looking around, and he was looking at 401, and everything. And then he said, all right, here, what am I going to do about this? He was thinking it. And so then he looked at Leroy, and he said, listen, I'm a business owner in this community. As a business owner, I pay taxes. I have a right to know what if crime's going along around me and everything like that. And he was a stammering and a stuttering. And if you know Dave Sheldon, he don't stammer and stutter. Well, he was stammering and a stuttering around. A 401 was trying to hold back a laugh, you know. And then Leroy, seeing that the jig was about up because old 401 was about to beep out loud. Well, then Leroy walked over to old Dave, and he handed him that piece of paper, and he said, here you go, sir, here's your 10 codes. And he turned around and walked out. Man, was that ever a funny story. All right, anyway, back to old Scotty Mac. Boy, thank you, Scotty Mac, for playing that song. We got kind of sideways in there, but we heard it all. I had to call Boogie, and we got to sing with it. And then we heard you do the outro on it. We're here with you, Butter and Woody and Scotty Mac. We's a cruising. All right, love you, brother. Everybody, reach out, give a helping hand. That's been a long 23 minutes getting there, but we had fun, didn't we? Bye.